everyone, and welcome back to Black Cats TV. Back again. We've won one game in the Premier League. One game. It's been 2 days, and already I don't want to say transfer merry-go-round because it's only seems to be coming in at the moment. Lots of players coming this way. We've signed another player. We've been linked to several others, and according to Fabrizio Romano, we have bid for another player. One that we've mentioned in, I think, countless videos so far, but it seems like we've put an official bid on the table. So we'll get into all of that in this video. But before we do, please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. It really does help us out. I think we're like halfway up 2,300 now. So do subscribe, really does help us out. Do it now. Thank you kindly. So the player that we've signed so far is Nordi. Right, I'm going to have to go here. I've tried to read it. Mukiele. Terrible pronunciation, I know. But yeah, 4-year deal from PSG. Looks to be around £9.5 million mark. So, not a small chunk of change again. But I mean, in the grand scheme of what players go for this time, it's sort of, I don't want to say small because it's still a larger amount of money. But just looking into the history of him, he's played in for France in World Cup qualifying against Finland in 2021. He scored, so he's a goal scorer. One he scored in a loss against Werder Bremen. In his final season in Germany, he won the DFB Polka, beating Freiburg 4-2 on penalties in the final. He went on to add a trophy cabinet with a move to the French giants PSG. Full circle moment for Mukiele, who dreams of playing for his hometown club. So he's did you say Pyreneesian? I don't know if that's right or not. There played 45 games for PSG and was also part of the side that lifted 5 trophies in the French capital, 2 League 1s, Trophy des Champions. Surely got a better name than that, and the Coupe de France as well. So I'm guessing he wasn't there when they won the Champions League last year because, according to the bit below, he was actually at Bayer Leverkusen for last season. The temporary switch back to Germany with Bayer Leverkusen, which is where he was busy mates with Granit Xhaka, of course, there. So hopefully we've had a little bit of Agent Xhaka trying to get in on the signings for him there. Plays at right back or centre back as well. So again, we love our players who can play in multiple positions as well. So I don't know if we're seeing this as like a Hume sort of competition, Hume replacement, potentially, because I mean, after the weekend, I would say Ballard is clearly at this level. You're not taking him out of this team. Alderente, he came on for a half-hour cameo and was fantastic. You're not taking him out of the team either. And Mandava at left-back was fantastic as well. You can't take him out of the team. So I think, if anyone, Hume was the one that was going to unfortunately have to make way here. But I thought Hume had a good game against Juve. It was a tough challenge from him. Juve did nearly score if it wasn't for Ballard there. But, of course, if you think about the other opposition that we're going to be playing in the Premier League this season, there's going to be some harder games than West Ham. So I think they've probably thought this is the next area that we need to strengthen, because our other option after Hume was Huggins, and I do like Huggins. I think he's a good player, but is he on the same level as Hume and Mukiele? I don't think so. So makes sense, and it's a great move. Not too much. I do say not too much, but this has put us at like nearly 163 million pounds spent, and the next one is not going to be a small chunk of change either. So if you've been watching the videos for most of this transfer window now, I think nearly every other video between July and August mentioned Big John Luchimi from Bologna. So only about an hour ago there, Fabrizio Romano tweeted, Sunderland have submitted an official bid for Bologna's Colombian centre-back John Luchimi. Luchimi is keen on the Sunderland project to try a new chapter in the Premier League. It was interesting that, because in the previous rumours and videos that we had there was a lot of things saying he didn't want to join a newly promoted side because he wanted one higher up in the division, one that wasn't likely to be facing relegation, shall we say. So I don't know if he's watched the game on the weekend and actually gone, Jesus, these guys are going to finish in the top 4. We'll get in on that one. Bologna want to keep him after his release clause has expired. That's the only thing that's going to be difficult. I seem to remember the bids last time being around about, I think we were rumoured for the £25 million mark, and I think they wanted about 29. So it's going to be an expensive outlay if we do get it. So it'll be interesting to see how much we've put down for John Luchimi. I'm not saying he's going to be a bad one. We've clearly done all our research on our players. I mean, look at Siddique on the weekend, an absolute, just ran everywhere, was all over the park for us, so busy and in everyone's face. And that was clearly something we targeted about getting the ball back off of people. Diarra, one of those ones which is able to stride out with the ball and get us forward up the pitch there. Xhaka for his leadership skills. Alderente for his calmness on the ball. Adingra and Talby just for their trickery and their pace on the sides. Roofs is another one where, yes, we missed out on Bulka. We missed out on Petrovic. There was rumours of Ramsdale, but, he only goes to crap teams in the northeast. And then we found Roofs, and he came out of nowhere, and we've got him in because of how well he commands his area and how well he comes off the line. So we're picking profiles of players, so we haven't missed yet, shall we say. And Luchimi looks like a really good one as well. But where would it? So you've got Mukiele, Ballard, Alderente, and Mandava. You've even got Masuaku. I keep forgetting about him as well. Does Ballard drop out? He's, as fantasy football, as we do fantasy football on here, he had the most points of any defender this week. I don't know if Calafiore got up there ahead of him with a goal and a clean sheet as well, but it's an interesting one. And I don't want to lose Ballard because Ballard's fantastic and I love him and he's the best thing we've got. Might be a little bit biased in that one, but we'll have to watch this space with Luchimi, but we'll see. Could be another one incoming. I know they said they wanted 2 or 3, but that was before Mukiele. So I don't know if after Luchimi that would be it, unless they're going to go back in for a potential striker. I know we've got Mayenda Isado both scored. Giu, who hasn't played yet, but comes with, I think he's got to play a certain amount of games or we incur a little bit of a penalty, but he looks a decent player as well. But the other 2 that we've been linked to, one is a central midfielder, plays in the Championship currently. It is Leicester's Harry Winks. So Sunderland have joined Brentford, and God knows Brentford needs some players at the moment, in the race to sign Leicester City midfielder Harry Winks. Black Cats made a stunning return to the Premier League. We know that, but it was fantastic. But with a fortnight left until the transfer window closes, the expectation is that Sunderland will still look to bring more fresh faces. On Sunday, the club announced the arrival of Mukiele, according to the online reinforcements centre of the park, which is interesting. Because I thought this as well. So we've got Xhaka, Siddique, we've got Diarra. Enzo can also play in the centre, but I imagine he's going to be pushed onto the wings at this point, probably out left with Mundell's injury. And then actually, if you look at that, actually maybe we are a bit short. And with 2 of them probably going to the African Cup of Nations, you're probably going to sit there and go, well, actually, do we need another backup to just solidify ourselves in case of, a terrible end to December and start of January there? Because even after one game, I'm going to tell you, Diarra and Siddique are going to be massive losses. So is Mandava as well. And Talby, Adingra as well. It's just, we'll see. Anyway, it's not one that I was, incredibly like, we've got to sign Harry Winks. He's going to be amazing. I think the 3-4 that we've got, including Enzo, are better. But, is he any better than Dan Neil, though? Dan Neil would be 5th one. And is he any better than Dan Neil? You'll have to let me know what you think in the comments, but I'd probably stick with Dan Neil. No, that's just me, though. He knows the whole system, knows the players, and knows the way we play. Don't waste your money if he's just going to be a backup one. But the other rumour, another centre-back. Sunderland's search for further defensive reinforcements have led them to Denmark's standout performer, or one of Denmark's standout performers, I should say. Keen on FC Copenhagen. I can't speak today. I need to put my teeth in. Gabriel Pereira. Both Sunderland and Burnley have expressed an interest in the 25-year-old Brazilian who's established. He's going to be 2nd best Brazilian centre-back we've ever had, of course, behind Danny Collins, who established himself as a key figure of the Danish champions since joining last summer. Pereira started all 5 of Copenhagen's last fixtures this term, underlining the importance to manager Jacob. I'm going to go with Jacob. The same outlet claimed that representatives of both Sunderland and Burnley have held talks regarding a potential transfer, while Bundesliga side FC Cologne are also monitoring the situation. Pereira's preference at this stage would appear to remain at Copenhagen, with the player reportedly keen to test himself in this season's expanded Champions League phase. Well, he's only got to wait another year and will be in the Champions League, of course, as well. They value him at what seems to be between 8.6 and 10.3 million pounds as well for the defender. But he would fit in with the club's strategy of signing or targeting European pedigree players. So, another one. Is that one likely to happen if we go Luchimi as well? Because if you sit and think, we've got Ballard, we've got Alderente, Seal did have a good game. You know, is he going to be a starter for us? No, but he did have a very solid game for us there. You've got O'Nien, who's injured. You've got Elise, who's injured as well. Mandava can also play at centre-back. And, you know, Mukiele, his name's going to confuse me all the time. Nordy, I'm going to call him Nordy. He can play centre-back as well. So if we get Luchimi, and if this bid is true, as Fabrizio has said, and if we actually get him, then I don't see Gabriel Pereira being one that we would go for as well. It seems a bit overkill unless they're going to start sort of shipping some out. But I mean, I'd be happy with Luchimi, Alderente, and Ballard as your sort of three. I know we don't play a three, but that's backup. But I guess they're worried about potential injuries as well, and then maybe you do go for Gabriel if it's not too much of a expensive outlay, shall we say. We've already, with Nordy's signing, eclipsed the most money ever spent by a promoted side. We've just gone past Nottingham Forest. So Nottingham Forest bought 21 players and spent about 140-ish million. We've bought 11 or 12 so far, and we're on 162. So we don't show signs of slowing down, really, which I mean, I don't know about you all who watched the game on the weekend or were there. It's brilliant, isn't it? It really is. It's, you know, it's almost what we've all wanted to see as just, I don't want to say splashing the cash just willy-nilly. They're clearly very clever signings, what we're going for. Just, yeah, long may it continue, and long may it continue into Burnley, into Brentford, into Crystal Palace, and whatever else the fixtures may hold for us coming up. But let me know what you think of those. I think that's 4 in the comments there. So what your thoughts are of Nordy, what your thoughts are of this bid for Luchimi, and how much we're likely to go. If Harry Winks, if you would go for him as well, considering the sort of midfield options that we have, and Gabriel Pereira as well. I'd love to know what you guys are thinking as well. So yeah, thank you for joining us. Mike will be doing his FPL video. I'm really looking forward to that one, being 67th in the league. I think I didn't have a very good opening weekend, so I might have to use one of my, you know, you're that guy who uses wildcard immediately. That might be me. So yeah, well, we'll see you all in the next video, and take care, everyone. Bye-bye now.